checking the video out. Steve Buzza here, and today I'm talking fairway bunkers and what to do different, if at all. So I had this idea, because remember, I've got a biomechanics thesis. I like science. Some would say I'm a golf nerd. So I had this theory that I would hit some balls on the grass, hit some balls in the bunker. So I did it with a 6-iron and a pitching wedge, and I wanted to see how different the ball spun, how different it launched, and I was going to come up with a great tagline for the video, and everybody would come flocking to this video, and I would be able to make a statement like, when in a fairway bunker the ball travels 10% less. And here's the thing, I didn't find anything. So I hit my balls on the grass, I hit my balls in the bunker, and I didn't find anything. Everything was the same, especially the spin. So like I say, my hypothesis was in the sand, the ball will spin more, and as a result, not go as far. And that's how I've always done it. And I've always like gripped down, you know, try to make like a punchy swing. I've always tried to do slightly different things in the bunker, and I didn't find that. And in science, sometimes not finding anything is a bigger finding than actually finding a difference. Because I did this a few months ago. I wasn't actually going to release this video because I was like, oh, it's not really showing anything. Plus, when it doesn't show anything, usually in the comments section, people then start saying this, that, and the other. So I thought, you know what, I'm not onto anything. But I kind of am, because now when I go in a fairway bunker, I just hit a normal shot, as long as the lip's not too big. So I factor in the lip, you know, so I've got the risk versus reward of the lip, but assuming I can carry the lip, I just hit a normal shot. And that's not what I used to teach. I would say you need to make a few alterations, and what I found was maybe you don't. So why? So here's the big one. So it's easy for me to say there's no difference. And why? And just because it works for me, does it work for you? Because sometimes when we're doing testing, we find what works best for the person hitting, and it might not translate to you. So when you look at me hitting shots on TrackMan, my angle of attack is quite far down. When the angle of attack is down, the low point, so the low point is kind of not where you make contact with the ball, it's where the club keeps going. You know, if you think of the arc, we don't hit right at the bottom and then it starts working up. We tend to hit and the club still keeps going down. But when the angle of attack is down, that low point is further towards the target. This isn't the perfect way it works, but let's say if you're 5 degrees down, it will be roughly about 5 inches forwards. So because I hit down, and because my low point is further forwards, no sand is getting trapped between my golf ball and my club head. So when you look at it that way, there shouldn't be any difference. If you have a far more shallow swing, you might catch a bit of sand. So the shallow swing should help in the bunker, because it should be easier to launch the ball a bit higher, so you probably don't have to deal with the lip as much, assuming you're getting good strikes. But you could argue in that scenario, sand will get stuck in the way, and that will alter the spin and will subsequently change the distance. I don't know the answer. So, and if you are a player that's a bit shallow, you know, get some comments down below. Do you see a change? And do you actually see a change? Because I would have, you know, my hypothesis before I checked, I would have said, yeah, it definitely goes less. So, but I used to always change my strategy. So can you see, because I was changing my strategy, I was never really testing. You might look at the bunker that I went in, and you might go, yeah, but that's hard sand. I tried it with hard sand. I tried it with soft sand. I even tried putting the balls in like the, you know, the raked lines in the grooves. So I tried to put it down there. I found no difference, bar in the soft sand, a complete mishit then had problems. You know, the soft sand, if you mishit, the ball would go considerably shorter. But that was because it was a mishit. So can you see, it wasn't that I needed to change the strategy. So the softer sand was more penal with a mishit. But I'm not going to pull up the TrackMan data because all of the shots just were on top of each other. Mishits were away. I wanted a nice strong finding. Saying that mishits don't go as far as good shots isn't really that mind-blowing. Or is it? Have I become so good at coaching that I don't realize that that statement is genius? I don't think it is. I do realize that that comment, the keyboard warriors are now on my back. They've already written horrible statements in the comments. So if you have something nice to say, get it in the comments. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay happy, and I hope to catch you soon.